71 maps. How am I supposed to pick from that? A quick recap. I made a new game mode called Defenestration where CTs start near the hostages and have to dive through windows and off large drops to reach the hostage rescue zone. I asked you to make maps for it, and there have been 71 entries. I was expecting a dozen, maybe 20, so picking maps from this has been quite a challenge. For this first collection I've chosen to keep it simple with 4 good looking maps that I believe will play interestingly. Who's to say if they'll play well? This is unexplored territory for CSGO maps here. I think the Defenestration game mode plays well thanks to its fast-paced nature and suicidal tendencies. Now I look at the entries I've chosen, I'm noticing a worrying lack of windows. It seems it's the Pitt that everybody's focused on, and I love how stupid some of these hostage rescue zones are when you stop to think about them. Tossing a hostage into a volcano to save them from their existence seems oddly profound. Let's go through the 4 maps I've chosen and why. Fiji keeps the dream of Aztec alive, but with a few unexpected but potentially awesome twists, like having to toss hostages into a volcano. We've all wanted to. There's this destructible floor here, and there are colour-coded teleports everywhere to make this map feel more like something from an old school arena shooter. Love it. The lighting on this map is beautiful, and I commend P. Rabby's use of cube maps to make everything look deliciously slimy and wet. The combat seems focused around a central open courtyard, and the bots I played with enjoyed jumping into the pit just as much as I did. I'm excited to see how this one plays with real people. Summit is one of the most claustrophobic maps I've ever played, but I like that. It makes the combat frantically paced and terrifyingly close range, which means we should see an unusual mixture of weapons like shotguns and SMGs being used here. The CTs start at the bottom of this foundry and must rescue one of 2 hostages at the top. The most fun of these is the one who's balanced precariously on this platform outside, suspended above a deadly drop and pools of lava. Be careful not to jump to your death needlessly. The spot directly below the hostage is actually a bomb site, with the real hostage rescue zone hidden off around the corner. I don't think this map will play much like Defenestration, but it borrows enough elements and adds enough of its own to ensure that it'll be an interesting one to play. Scorpio is one of 2 Defenestration maps that T1 Muir has made. It looks more complicated than it actually is. At CT you grab a hostage, then head to the top floor to find a way of jumping down into the water to save the hostage. The bot support on this map is excellent, which really helped me to test it. I appreciate details such as the lighting and custom skybox too, and I like the explosive barrels everywhere, which is always fun to catch an enemy out with. Just be careful when you jump down to rescue the hostage, since you have to land in quite a specific location that's shown on the radar. And last is Pitt, which I think could be the Defenestration game mode's dust too. It's got one of the simplest layouts imaginable, yet there's a huge amount of depth to what's there. It's got a Wild West theme and a large pit with considerable depth to itself. Be careful not to accidentally fall down this or you'll be falling for the rest of the round. But you must jump down here to rescue the hostage, for some reason. The terrorists start close to this pit and must defend 3 main routes leading to the opening. A lot of thought seems to have gone into the placement and positioning of the cover, which makes me believe this is a solid, well-tested entry, where a few smokes will transform that middle courtyard from a death zone into a thrilling push to the pit. So thank you to everybody who submitted a map. I have them all on a spreadsheet and hope to pick more for future playtesting sessions. But let's see how this one goes and we'll take it from there. IPs to the servers are linked to in this video's description. As for the competition deadline, I gave you a week, but don't care if you submitted it after that or continued working on it later. Without a deadline, I find that projects tend to balloon or never get finished, so that week was more to help you to get at least something done. If you want to continue working on your maps, then please do. When there were so many entries, I had no choice but to prioritise testing the ones that looked the most appealing on the workshop. That being said, I've received enough entries already, so I won't be accepting any more. I didn't expect so much interest in this. Thanks again to everybody who has contributed.